Red, what happened last time?
Well, what happened last time is, well, Blake dealing with the dead body as he had to, well, get that all cleaned up, as well as to call Dan and let him know apparently what the ghost did, the lovely ghost did, as well as the fact that he gave her a knife. Thank goodness it wasn't the gun, but still, Hunter's going to be asking some questions. Regardless, though, Daniel will do the necessary steps to get this cleaned up and talk to Horvath on Blake's behalf. But he also needed Blake to do a job for him, to find a guy named Raphael. He's going to be doing some work in, well, he thinks Blake would be the best for the job, as Blake went off to meet him. Raphael, apparently some hunter age or some other, who had a job for him, to find a vampire named Simon, beat him up, and send regards to Sophia. A message had to be delivered, essentially. And Blake, knowing what he's good at, didn't ask too many questions as he decided to go in and beat the shit out of Simon once he stepped out of there, confused and a bit unprepared for the attack. And afterwards, making sure that he was down and out, made sure to spit on him and make sure that the message was properly received. And Raphael seemed to be very much impressed. Happy to see someone do their work so well and let him know a bit about himself, I believe, as well. Looking for, always good for future friends and such. And, well, he's on his way, saying goodbye to Blake as Blake made his way back towards his territory, letting Daniel know the job was done, as well as Daniel telling him that he is going to be moving up in the world now. That why should the werewolves be regulated to such fringes off to such territories? Why shouldn't they move in? Zoe's dead, you know, and the power vacuum exists. So maybe it's time for the werewolves to step up, essentially. And Blake, of course, is willing to back him, as this guy is the leader of the pack for a reason. And even then, after that, talking with the ghost bit, as she seemed to giggle at Blake's, I wouldn't say annoyance, but not happy with the fact that she killed the human. Though she did try to communicate as best she can, writing in blood to the words together on the asphalt, but not really giving her any proper explanation about what the fuck's going on. While that's going on, Celine waited at the club with Zoe as she had sent off Matthias to gather his son Darius, or this new version of him, as Darius came in seemingly confident and more able to handle Zoe, as whatever snark or level of taunt she wanted to do was thrown out the window, as Darius seemed to forgive Zoe, even saying that he understands her and that it's okay. And Zoe was not happy with that answer, clenching her fist in rage, but Celine's presence seemed to calm her down before she decided to make sure he suffered even further. And even when he gave her a hug, she just stormed out, furious. Darius saying that knowing this will take some time for her to heal, and, well, he's willing to see that happen, and fix up any of those bridges that he had broken for so long. And, well, afterwards going off to talk to his father, seemingly wanting to forgive him as well and tell him that it's going to be alright. And Celine left him to it, as Matthias, shocked and surprised, but wanting to hear his son out. And, well, Zoe seemed to be irritated, adamant that that is not Darius, which Celine could see that being the case. But regardless, Darius or not, pieces of him or not, whoever, this is a man who's been changed irreversibly by whatever the angels decide to do. And he's here to stay, regardless. And to continue this further with everything is not the way, Zoe. And Zoe, mad and angry, but deciding, yes, she has bigger things to worry about, bigger fish to fry. And even going to Celine to ask for advice, as apparently she seems to be in a bit of a relationship here with someone else, a woman she's having a grand time with, and asked for advice about a gift and told about the fae named Maya, which Celine seemed to find sweet, as she told Zoe she could always come to her for advice when it comes to things as best she can. And, well, Rowan, of course, was dealing with the chance to go talk to a ghost, as the Oracle had given her a direction to hopefully find some closure for the mistakes that Rowan had made, and went off to go into this forest, coming upon Blake as well as a couple other things. And Blake asking what Rowan was doing here, as she revealed that she was here to speak to a ghost who can probably give her a chance to get in contact with Kylie, someone she felt she wanted, she needed to talk to. And a bit confused, but decided to help her out, and at least make sure the ghost doesn't cause too many problems, led her towards the specter, who seemed confused but willing to listen as Rowan made her plea. And though a bit of back and forth and as much communication as one can with the specter, and pointing repeatedly to the blood, words written in blood together, Blake was able to deduce that the soul of Kylie or such is with the specter, and to get it or to speak with it or whatever you need, whatever Rowan wishes to do with it requires something of equal value. And there was a moment where Rowan contemplated giving her the rose, but honestly, seeing that the price for a soul would be too high, and she had to say no, that she would not. And the ghost left after that. And Rowan talked a bit more with Blake as he apologized, saying sorry for this not really working out, because it seemed like this is a very important thing for her. Rowan seemed sad, yes, but not as broken up as she could have been. Seemingly, things are getting a bit better for her with time. As Blake took her back to his place for food, they talk a bit more, and he asks about Zoe, knowing that Rowan had run with her back in the day, and saying that the names come up once or twice, and prophecies and dreams and all that. Rowan, of course, told him that Zoe's gone and dead. She's never going to come back anytime soon. And with that, she took her leave, saying goodbye to Blake. And Blake having to deal with things like hunters and such now in the future. Rowan, of course, made sure to go straight to Zoe afterwards, and warned Zoe about this new information that some people have been talking about her, apparently, or Zoe for that matter, and there have been warnings about her presence, whatever that may mean. Zoe took it in stride, knowing that she'll keep an eye on this and make sure their werewolves would get in the way of whatever plan she has. And Rowan asked about her anxieties. Apparently, Darius had gotten to her, and it's weird and a bit unsettling, which Rowan could understand. We're not really too sure if this is Darius or not. Regardless, it's something that should rattle them both. And Celine, of course, went off to Zach, her human informant, we'll say, to have him dig up some information about Helsing and Raphael and things like that. His personality is a quiet taste for sure, but she just want to go on without too much information. And of course, if things get too dangerous, just don't put your life on the line for this. As Zach seemed to take it in stride, though things took a bit of a turn as Celine got a call from Raphael. He seemed to have gained some new information and wished to speak with her and meet in person. Mostly to meet at a club, his favorite club, which Celine knows is Andrea's club, place she would not want to be. And she, of course, was adamant not going, but Raphael seemed determined to have them meet there, even calling it a favor, which raised Celine's hackles, as she had no choice but to agree. And of course, Celine called in Rowan, asked for backup, because this smells a bit fishy for her liking, but just in case things get worse, she would like to have at least someone there she can make sure has her back. As Celine went off to the club, Rowan in tow, keeping an eye on things in the back, as Celine met up with Raphael, who seemed determined to make this more than what it was, dancing and such and flirting, at first to Celine's amusement, then to her irritation, frustration, and rage, as he pushed further and further, even going in for a kiss, and she had to drag him away to talk and hopefully have a conversation. Though she gained some information that he apparently is going to be starting war with vampires and werewolves and all that things, just to weaken the vampire target that she has, which more like will be more trouble. Not necessarily what Celine wants, but he's not entirely useless, we'll say. And she took her leave afterwards, a bit annoyed, but still trying to keep a positive outlook on things, as Roland apologized for his behavior, but it's not her fault that Raphael is whoever Raphael is. She made her way home after saying goodbye to her, and getting stopped by an oracle woman who decided to make her presence known. First, a bit vague speech about the death of her husband, and well, of course, Celine, taking that with confusion and much concern, asked for more questions as she paid a favor for it, as she revealed that the vision of John being eaten and his death, and well, more likely the trouble that could lead to. Thanking Olivia for her words, she ran off to speak to John, and well, to let him know what had transpired, to try to tell him like what the vision she saw, as well as what's been going on while he's been gone, as he had been changing the castle up to make it a bit more of a fortress. And John, let's say, was upset from out of term and went off to go see Raphael. As Celine tried to stop him, tried to calm him down, and revealed to him, like, well, in her confession, she mostly withheld a bit of information, lied, we'll say, depending how you want to look at it. Of course, as Raphael showed up as Celine was trying to talk to John, trying to remind him that this is, well, no, don't need to cause fight with hunters. This is dangerous, that no matter what, she still loves him, John, above all others. And Raphael seemed to come to pour more gasoline on the fire, taunting John and revealing that there was a lot more involvement in Celine's part in this whole thing. And John seemed struck, deeply hurt, as he asked Celine for questions. And Celine promised him that she loved him only. And, well, Raphael, seeing that John wasn't going to take the bait, decided to make his leave, one last fling back at the mud pit he made, as John asked for a time alone that he needed to think. And Celine, sad but not wanting to hurt John further, let him go, watched him as he left. And Red foolishly thought, you know what? John's growing as a person. He took that very well compared to what could have all went down.
Can't someone just talk to Zoe for some advice?
Of course, Greta Krosh. But I think it's what it ended there last time. Celine going home.
Yes. What are you gonna do, Celine?
Well, Grunt, she's going to make a hot bath, pour some tequila, drink a lot, and just think, is this the same night? So I assume, unless it's the next day, that's what she's going to do.
Yeah, as you sort of try and unwind a bit. Yeah, Zoe is like, John, I never knew you were this cool. Holy shit.
Oh, no.
What would you do the next day? What would you do to, like you freeform? You can tell me if you have any other plans, desires.
Well, Grunt, now that she has concerns about how useful this Raphael guy is, she still has a job that needs to get fucking done.
Well, what is the job?
Well, she needs to talk to her demon connection to hopefully find if someone can try to snoop out those agents of fuck, what is her name? It escapes me now.
Carmilla.
Of Carmilla. Yes, thank you.
With Abraxas, the devil detective.
Yes, with Abraxas.
Yeah, I mean, you can set up a meeting. As he'll meet you down by one of the coffee shops downtown.
Mm.
He looks at you but says, so, how can I help you?
Well, I'm in need of some help. It seems I've caught in the eye of a vampire, a powerful one, and I need someone to sniff up some of her agents, if that be possible.
Well, you wish to know, then who am I to rob you of the knowledge?
True. I will warn you, Abraxas. She's not someone to trifle with. And if it gets too dangerous, I would understand if you don't feel like this will be something worth putting your neck out for.
Nothing scares me, Celine.
Well, brave man that you are, I want to make sure I say it.
Well, not worry. No, she's talking to Abraxas. Much cooler. This is one of his famous quotes.
God damn, the Abraxas theology.
Yeah. Same. Suppose you're reaching out with some information. Owe him a favor for this.
Yeah. She will warn him about the Hellsing organization as well, just so he's not caught off guard if he stumbles across any of that.
all you wish to talk with me about?
I believe so. Keep an eye out for Helsing. There seems to be one of them causing trouble in the midst, and that's mainly it. Do you have anything new and interesting on your side?
No, no. This area of the world is much more interesting than anywhere else right now, for me at least.
Hmm. Are you willing to share that? Seem like a man that has a hard to keep their interest for long.
Well, you warned me about Helsing, a dangerous, secretive hunting organizations. You have, in recent memory, dealt with a dragon, fought against the Fey Court and the Demon Lord, trying to wrestle control. And you claim this is, you think there are other places more interesting than this.
When you say it all like that, yes, it does sound like a whirlwind of trouble.
Now I hear there was a murder somewhere.
A murder?
Yes, well, I heard rumors. A poor boy got killed in woods. Werewolf territory, I believe.
Ah. Do we know who killed the boy? I assume Wolf, but if that was the case, he would have heard about the hunters moving in.
He kind of shrugs and says, I haven't really looked into it. Curious. You're one of the wolves are willing to talk. Or the hunters, if you have those sort of connections.
For now, I'll leave the wolf business to wolves. But thanks for letting me
Pray it
know.
may not become all our business.
One of those again?
The last crisis started out with a murder.
Ugh. I may have to keep an eye on it then.
When supernaturals kill people, never a good sign.
True enough. I'm not in the mood for more trouble, but hopefully we can stop this before it grows into a bigger issue than it already is.
Good
Thanks,
luck with you.
Abraxas.
I will begin my investigation. Difficult task.
Yeah, Celine would. No, I didn't thank him.
Yeah. Get up and be on his way. Are there any plans you have other than this?
I can go talk to some fucking werewolves, apparently. They're causing some issues now.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I
Yes.
think you have a few. I think you know Daniel at the very least.
Yeah, I still have a favor with Daniel.
Yeah, you could give him a call if you want.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, he'll pick up. Celine, it's been a while.
It has been, Daniel. I would say, how are things going on your side, but I've been hearing a lot of concerning rumors. Is everything all right?
Someone kicked the bucket. Apparently, angry ghost.
An angry ghost. Wow. I haven't heard of a ghost problem in quite some time.
Yeah, that's the haunted part of the woods I gave over to one of the new people in town to watch over, and he's done a good job until now. This is the first incident.
How long have you had your ghost problem?
About like 10 months ago ish.
10 months ago, and this is the first killing she's had, or the one that got, well, noticed?
It's the first one I know about.
Well, at the very least, it seems like there may be some more trouble coming your way if that's the case. And if you need some help, just let me know if you want me to lend a hand.
Oh, know what? Not a reliable sort. And you're like friends with the mage guy.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll give you the contacts. His name is Blake. Runs that area. See if you can help him out with anything. And well, that would actually be nice because I'm currently dealing with the hunters myself.
Mm. Well, I'm always here to help a good friend. Will this be considered a favor? I just
Oh,
wanna make
absolutely,
sure.
absolutely.
Gotcha. Of course, Daniel. We gotta make sure things don't get too bad for us. I don't think anyone wants hunters here for too long.
Yep. Appreciated.
Mm.
In touch then. Keep me posted.
Will do. She will hang up the phone. I'm gonna call a Blake guy.
Yeah.
I call Blake. Are you there, Blake?
I am here.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Is this Blake? No
What can I
last
do
name.
for you? What can I do for you?
Well, it's more what I can do for you. It seems, from what Daniel's told me, you had a bit of a ghost problem.
Yes.
Oh, well. I happen to have contacts with a wizard who may be of use in that regard, but I wanted to make sure to happily to have an accord with you in this regard.
An accord.
Yes. I want to look at the lay of the problem and understand exactly what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
Apparently, your
meet?
ghost.
Why don't we meet? And he'll give the location of the forest. We'll meet there, and I can show you the extent of the problem. I was going to do my rounds anyways.
Very well. I'll probably invite my wizard friend to come with, if that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. And Celine will text Darius to ask if he wanted to go check out a ghost problem at this time and date, basically.
He'll message you back that he'll be there. So yeah, as your car drive over there, meet Darius nearby. Like,
How does Darius look? It's the same, I assume, as everything else?
I mean, yes.
Uh-huh.
It was a very
he's a little-
obvious question.
Sorry, it's more the fact that I assume he looks refreshed and not exhausted, sleepy like he normally
No,
used to.
he looks like he looks like he had a good night's sleep, I guess.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, you look good.
Well,
How?
I get a bit more sleep nowadays.
How was your conversation with Matthias?
I think we're gonna work through it stuff.
That's good. He's a good man.
He's just been through a lot, and fortunately, somewhere along this life, he decided that the best way to deal with the feelings is to just sort of push them down and ignore them. And there's a lot of debt now. He paid off, I guess.
It's a common thing that happens for a lot of people, I think.
Fortunately, you are correct.
I hope it works out for him. I think his dreams are worth pursuing at the very least.
Yeah.
But we're here to deal with apparently a ghost problem. I'm not too sure how much you've been paying attention to what's been going on in the rumor mill, but apparently there's been a death here not too long ago, and apparently a specter has been responsible for it.
Yeah, I can I can tell. I see like it just kind of glances at the wooded area in the distance.
Is that a wizard thing or an angel thing?
I don't know. It's just the air here feels sad, angry. Challenge kind of shakes his head.
Well, we're gonna meet. Apparently, our contact's gonna be a werewolf by the name of Blake. Seems like a friendly enough fella.
Suppose why not? Why wouldn't he be friendly with us?
You'd be surprised how many people who want to be allies with you are not friendly. But
I feel like those people would exact people who would be friendly. Doesn't mean they mean it, but they can pretend.
sometimes they can't even pretend. But I think I'll be fine with this guy.
You'll nod.
Let's go meet a werewolf.
Yeah, as you approach the meeting area near the woods, Blake, you see the two of them walking up to you.
You must be the mysterious voice on the phone and her wizard friend.
Hello, Blake. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You know my name, but I don't think I have yours.
My name's Celine. And this wizard friend of mine is Darius. Darius
Run.
Rivers.
Do any of those names mean anything to me?
And make me a roll. Put a face and what the find my roll with roll with 1. Let's yeah, so yeah, you've definitely heard of both of them. Darius is one of the two mages who owns a powerful ancient tower in the city and has been involved in many scandals and events. And well, Celine is one of the not the most influential people around town, but definitely like above you.
Known.
Definitely known and
okay.
above you. She has many friends and is well connected.
Huh. Second known person to sniff around my territory. Starting to feel a little honored.
Well, a kid was murdered here so recently.
No, the other person was a fae. She just happened to stop by that, but that does remind me. Rules beyond that threshold. Don't give the ghost anything. It's gonna ask in a way, but don't. If you give it something, it will use it to murder somebody.
I'll keep that in mind at the very least. But you said something else. A fae would stop by?
Yeah, what was her name? Fae named Rowan.
Ah, I see. Interesting, and nothing else?
Yeah. She wanted to talk with the spirit. Believe that she could do it here. The only thing that we got out of it was she wrote a word down in blood saying together. Seems like there's other things here.
Well, hopefully we can find out more. Yes?
Yeah. All right. With that, stay close. Follow me. Don't piss it off. You know, ABC rules. With that, he'll lead him in.
I just start walking the wooded area. Celine, why don't you give me study a place of power?
Ooh, I've done that before. Okay.
Anything pops up?
Success.
Yeah. Oh, let me think about this. Yeah, so as you begin walking, this is a small wooded area, but kind of walk around in circles for a bit, looking at the trees, at the ground. Maybe even take them to the murder site. You still see the blood faded in the pavement. But after a bit of just walking around, trying to see if the ghost will show up, you do spot, sort of behind some of the trees, this spectral woman sort of peek behind one of the trees looking at you. Not sure what you do about it. Hello?
Pick.
Red.
Oh, I was.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
Red. Yeah, no, Red. You were the one that saw it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Blake. I apologize.
No, you're all walking together, so I mean, you
Gotcha.
all spotted, but you're the one
Oh.
that made
Yeah.
the roll.
Okie dokie. Thank you. He was like, "Is that her?" I assume.
Mm-hmm. It's her.
Hello.
Yep. Blake
You
will
lose
step.
at it.
Yeah, Blake will step forward, gesturing for her to come out.
She does, although quite hesitantly, as she stares at Darius. Bit of a fearful look before turning to you, Celine.
Well, at the very least, they'll be the first ghost I've ever met in a long time. My name's Celine. Lovely to meet you.
She gives a very hesitant nod.
It seems you have slaughtered another mortal being here on this area. Caused quite a bit of trouble.
She sort of smiles a bit, kind of puts her hand behind the back like a kid who's been caught.
I see. Is there a particular reason other than why you did so?
You can only figure someone out and you have a +1 forward.
Okie dokie.
Advanced. Ask any question. Any question.
Ah,
So be
okay.
creative.
I guess the simple one, because I have to ask simple one exactly. Like, what does she gain from killing this human? Killing humans in general, I guess, because I assumely so. This is the first time she's trying to do this.
Celine, you see, like, she's clearly, like, she knows what she's doing.
Mm.
Now, there's a moment where, like, she sort of eyes you up, smiling. It's a very knowing smile. As you kind of piece it in that moment together, the fact that Celine, there's almost a sense of kinship with you, but
Oh.
not necessarily in your nature as a demon, but in your job, your occupation, your vocation. You realize, Celine, the easiest time to snatch a soul is just as they are dead.
Ah. Okay.
And
Okay.
human souls are quite defenseless against anyone who knows what they're doing.
I guess the next question exactly is, how did she get here and get to this point in time, really? Like, start from death to ghost to I'm taking souls for myself, which I presume is for power.
Do you try and like glance at her and you ask, would you ask?
Yes, I would be interested to hear exactly how you got to that conclusion, ma'am. Seems a lot for, I presumably a human before you became what you are today.
She giggles, as that's clearly not the case.
Ah, gotcha.
Then you realize, Celine, while she may look like a ghost, like a human ghost, but there are other beings out there that deal in death, collect souls, and you're sure this is a banshee.
Ah, gotcha.
Or at least some sort of death spirit.
My, you are an interesting thing, aren't you?
She's just gonna smile.
Well, Blake, it seems you have, I don't think you necessarily have a ghost problem. That's for sure.
Uh, what else would you call it? A specter, I guess? An apparition? Like, I'm not really sure what the PC word is for that, but
More likely a banshee, a deaf spirit, something that deals with nothing. She was some human woman who was killed and brought to life, that's for sure. How'd you get here? I can't really say, but
mm, what? So it's like somebody brought her back against her will and she's pissed about it?
uh, Grunt,
You have no idea what banshees are.
yeah, okay, I kind of assume because there's a lot of mythos when it comes to banshees, but I don't think there's one that's necessarily concrete. It's hard to say whether she was killed and brought back as that, or whether she was always like that from the beginning. And I don't think she's gonna be one to talk about it. She kind of like gives a little bit of a smile.
She does kind of just put her finger up to her lips.
And well, I would say, are you keeping the souls for yourself, or are you keeping it for someone else? She's asking the ghost.
She looks at you, there's a smile. And she kind of offers like both of her hands open to you.
Celine shrugs, glancing at Darius before she assumedly puts her hands on the ghost's hands. I assume that's
And
what she was trying to do.
as you physically make contact, you can feel multiple entities sort of floating around her. And her intent is clear now to you. If you want them, she could give them to you in exchange something.
And what would that something be for such a prize?
You can see her gaze shifting towards Darius.
Yeah, Celine's gonna take her hands away. Ah, I'm sad to say, little Spectre, that's too precious of a prize for me to give up so easily.
Hmm. What was what was she trying to take?
Something I'm not willing to part with, we'll say. I would ask what you plan to do with such spirits, such a large pool of souls. Eventually, someone's gonna come sniffing around here, and I don't know if they'll be as kind.
He
Little Missy.
shrugs, but smiles nonetheless, very confident.
I can't adopt this one, guys. I can't. I gotta,
You
gotta.
could, you can, you can always expand.
Yeah, I gotta stay strong.
Mm,
More psychopaths to the family.
Uh,
Expand the network, Celine.
well,
Abaddon doesn't have ghosts and banshees for her.
like this. So you see her. Do you have a plan, or are you guys just tourists at the moment?
oh, we didn't come here to enjoy the view, if nothing else. We came to make sure this wouldn't become too much problem for everyone else. Blake?
Darius will chuckle a bit and say, did figure out in an hour what you couldn't do in months. But let her think.
Now, little Missy, we do have a problem. If hunters come around, that means they'll cause problems for you, and they'll cause problems for us. So can we come up with an accord that doesn't have that happen? Some way you get something out of it, and we ensure no problems with our equilibrium, right?
She sort of seems to think about it. Ah, I could be so mean right now.
Mm. Don't listen to Zaz. Don't do it. Don't be mean, Grunt.
Do it.
She points to the chains around her.
Hmm. Someone has trapped you here? You wish to expand your hunting pool at the very least? It may work out in some regard, though. Darius, what do you think?
I think. Looks at you, Blake, and says, anything you say, anything we give, she's gonna try and use it to kill someone, right?
I handed her a knife and she killed the kid. Your friend tried to hand her a rose and she had a look about her. Some crystal rose thing. She had a look about her that she was going to, and then she confirmed she was gonna kill somebody with it. So, yeah, is it possible to put her somewhere else or on someone else or something?
Put her on someone else.
I mean, like, switch out the curse with, like, some evil motherfucker who.
Maybe. I want to imprison anyone here, though. There are
Can
more
she?
evil things out there than a spirit of death.
Do you know much more about Banshee, Darius? Does she need to kill to survive?
No, I need to. I could go back and try and research it a bit.
That's the true question. If we can ensure she doesn't go out and starts killing everything in her path, then I
There's,
say why not release her. But
There is a specialist of death in town. Could ask Andre about it.
True.
Andre?
The other wizard.
Yes.
I guess we can't hurt.
What we need now, Blake, is information. Information is key to ensure we make the correct decision here.
Listen, you two go to Andre. see if I can help. I'll stay here and ensure she is distracted.
Very well then. Blake, would you like to go meet another wizard?
I don't think I got anything scheduled today.
Very well then. Let's go say hello to Andre. Darius, can I speak with you a moment?
Of course. I like walk a bit off to the side.
Be careful here, Darius. I know you don't need my guidance much lately, but seems this spirit has an interest in you. I was willing to trade a large number of souls for you in some regard.
I could see their last moments. All the souls she has.
Well, will you be all right?
Yeah.
Here.
That's not the worst I've had. But
I know.
I think I can weirdly communicate with her in a way.
Very well. She has like a frown on her face when he says that. Very well. I trust that you will be careful and don't make any rash, self-sacrificing, irresponsible choices. Yes.
Promise not to trade my soul then, Chris, I guess.
Or suffering or mental anguish here. I want to ensure.
Just be quick about it.
We will. She gives a pat on the shoulder as she will go up to Blake. Ready to go?
Yep, ready to go.
We'll switch scenes. Cause yeah, Rowan, was a interesting meeting you had with the ghost lady and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you have wanted to go to Andres sort of like the next day or so?
Yeah. Like when I would be pretty sure that he'd be awake because it was kind of late when I left the fucking meeting.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like you take a bit of time to schedule that meeting, but eventually, he would find some time for you. As you enter his tower, as the flying raven monkey just kind of stares at you from one of the towering sort of bookshelves.
Yeah. Zeron will just, well, Andre, thank you for meeting with me.
I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. Is Blake like 4 feet? How can he put his feet on the dashboard?
By being an asshole.
Being an asshole.
He's driving a huge American import.
Yeah, it's like I can barely like sit in a car. Like, okay, I guess Blake is 4 feet.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of American cars.
No, it's canon now.
Fortunately, it is canon. Blake's a shorty.
He's a short king.
Yes.
You said it, Tick.
I typed it. It just doesn't matter.
It's there. Damn, I never realized you're so small.
You should modify his description. You should modify his conca.
I should add it.
So the Four Seasons guys have their heights on there.
Yeah, I'd be like, 4
Canonically add heights for all player characters.
4 feet. 4 feet.
Actual fucking Wolverine height.
Comic book accurate. So yeah, I'm sorry, I was distracted by that. Let me kill my emotions for a moment. Yeah, he just kind of gestures, looking as tired.
Yeah.
Dwarf a wolf. Oh god. I'm closing Discord. As he he'll want something to drink.
Well, just water would be fine. Thank you.
Down a water bottle. So, what can I help you with?
Are you aware of the ghost spirit that is inhabiting Amelia's Fillmore territory?
No.
Well, it killed someone. And it's going to keep trying to kill people, which is an issue. It claimed to have their souls, the souls of people who died recently, the souls of people that the person it killed. And that's the specific thing I was intrigued about, is it claims to have the soul of a mortal who was once close to me, Kylie. But she died a very long time ago, and this is a somewhat new arrival, which I found a little bit interesting. There, anyway, I understand that spirits and necromancy is one of your areas of expertise.
Yes.
One research on this creature is that if it is just a ghost, if it is something more special, and I want to know how to remove a soul from it if it is collecting them.
No way you can remove a soul from it. You could try and steal it from her, negotiate for it.
Negotiation's out of the question because the only thing she wants is objects she can use to kill people with. Or she wants me to kill somebody.
You can always resort to violence. Stealing souls is well, she has them on her person. It's like stealing the clothes off of someone. Very hard. But you can always beat them and then take them.
Just that simple.
Nods. If you think beating her is simple, that is.
I don't imagine it would be. It's just... I've never seen a ghost before, Andre. I don't know what they can do. I don't know what their abilities are.
Can be quite slippery. It is a weird thing. Ghosts don't necessarily collect souls, at least not usually. Seems to be a very particular case. I would also warn you that souls are like batteries. One could use them to empower many things. Just walk up to someone and start a fight, and they may use that soul and the battle itself. It has to be you have to take them by surprise. They don't know you're coming.
All right.
If you want, I don't know how confident you are, but if you want, I could deal with her. At least long enough. I get souls from her. And well, you get the soul you want, and I'll keep the rest.
So Rowan will actually say, might very well take you up on that offer, but first, I do have friends in the city who have their own gifts and skills. I think I might I should inform them of this anyways.
He nods. Let me figure someone out if you
Yeah. Nope.
be on your merry way.
Yeah, as the second I leave, I'm gonna call Celine and tell her about this.
Well, luckily, Celine is literally walking down the road with someone else beside her.
Ah,
Rowan,
Celine.
how are you?
Well, I am doing all right. I just got a conversation with Andre about a ghost problem.
I guess we're working on the same little project then. I also was coming to Andre about the ghost problem as well.
Yes, apparently. He said that he did offer to just, if I wasn't feeling confident enough to handle it, he could solve it himself and I could get the spirit I wanted, but told him I'd rather talk to a few people beforehand, and well, that was mostly you.
Oh, did he now? It seems he has a more interest in them than I thought. Could be a good thing.
Yes,
It's-
do you going to say, do you have any, did you speak with the spirit?
As much as one can. It seems she's I wouldn't necessarily call her a spirit. Something of death for sure, but she definitely isn't mortal, or never was.
No. Well, we should probably, I know he's not busy right now at the very least. We should probably go talk to him. Oh, Blake, I'll tell you this. Don't talk to the bird.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Don't.
There's
Don't.
a bird.
It's going to try to insult you. It's going to try to get a rise out of you. Don't talk to it. Don't insult it. Don't pay it any mind.
Okay. So you all know each other?
Yes, Rowan's a dear friend.
Huh.
Celine helped me through some difficult times in the past.
Cool. Neat.
How does
Has-
Blake look, actually?
Not surprised, just kind of bemused and really thinking, wow, really, it is just a small world after all.
Okay.
As fucking, yeah, I guess Rowan will turn around and knock on the door.
Yeah, you open the door again. Look at the other two.
Ah. Andre, as it turns out, the person I wanted to talk to anyways was apparently coming to want to talk to you, which,
Hello.
yeah.
Like steps to the side and sort of gestures for you to walk in.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk inside a spooky little tower.
Yeah, as there's like you see this creature up one of the bookshelves. Stares at you and says, more failures to the party. Oh, how are your kids doing, Celine?
Last I checked, well enough, I think.
Yeah. That's what you said about your husband, and I guess he's well, right? He's well as he is doing fine as well, right?
I would hope so. Be very sad if he wasn't.
Be a really bad thing if something happened to him. What about you, Wolfman? Well, maybe man's too much of a compliment. Wolf.
Aren't you a little short for a werewolf? That's what it says to him. That's what it says to him.
I hate you all. I can't believe this. Just leave me alone.
Well, if you are 3,
Every time you complain, we remove it.
I'm gonna start shotgunning White Claws at this point.
You did steal it from a Mac.
Mac, yeah, Mac stole one. God. Now it's too late. As the board just kind of says, so how does it feel to fail?
I'm sorry.
It- Rowan just says you get used to it.
Well, I suppose that was a question for him, but I guess that's a question you can all answer. I guess, Celine, you haven't failed, have you?
Probably in some small way. There's no such thing as continuous victory. That's an arrogance thought, I think. I think I fell on the things that kind of matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. It's good to remember that you are a fuck up. Keeps you in
It
check.
is. Always. Andre, if I may ask for your expertise in the situation, I believe that Rowan already started the conversation.
Told me about the ghost, yes.
Well, good news, bad news, depending on how you look at it. I don't think it's a ghost at all. A banshee, maybe. A death spirit, for sure. But mortal and such, no.
In that case, the situation is quite different. A ghost may pass on. A banshee is here to stay forever. Or as long as it wants to.
Oh, at the very least, I'm not too sure exactly how she got there, and she's not one to talk. But apparently she's wanting to make deals for souls and such like that, which is dangerous. And if she continues to kill indiscriminately, then that means hunters will come knocking on certain doors.
Could have them try and kill it.
Try is the concerning part. Is there no way to... Well, does a banshee need souls to survive? Is one
No.
thing I wanted to ask.
But it can use those souls to become more powerful.
I think it's trying
it has
to...
chains.
Oh, good.
It has chains around it. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Sounds
think it may-
sounds like a curse. She's probably bound to that place.
And I wonder if she's gaining more power to simply break free. Possible.
That could be a
Speculation.
possibility.
What happens after that?
She's free to move around.
There's a chance that if she is free, she may not see a reason to kill any further and be about her way.
Or
Possibility.
she may decide to take revenge and up the killing. Depending on
That is
who's
also-
responsible.
Is there any way we can communicate with her? She's been able to just write words, a word, and just make gestures.
You seem to have the complete wrong impression. Are you not clear of her intentions, her desires, her wants?
Yes, she seems intent at the very least to, well, continue collecting souls. And she wants, well, for sure to be free.
It's not a communication problem.
I'd rather not fight a ghost. If we can help it.
Banshees are on a completely different scale.
Banshees, sorry, yes.
I was preparing to deal with it myself and collect the souls, but I am not stepping foot near a banshee.
Ah,
But I'm sure the hunters may be suicidal enough.
That sounds like a meat grinder just making that thing stronger.
Yes, in fact, with each death, she will become more strong, more powerful.
You said she's bound to this place. Is there, or more likely bound to that place? Is there a way to tweak it, reverse it, do something with it, move her somewhere less inconspicuous? I'm not too sure.
Would bind her to a different place, but that would risk her being free, even if for a brief moment.
Hmm.
She's uncooperative, violent. That's all she needs to kill you. In fact, she probably could have already done that. For Banshee, supernatural souls are irrelevant.
And there lies the problem. She's been there for what, 10 months? And recently now has begun a killing for who knows how long. There were a number of them there, souls with her. Is there a way to find out exactly who or what bound her to that place at all?
Not really. Had to be someone of a high degree of skill. There's not that many mages in this city.
Another concerning notion.
I will assume it was not Darius. It was not me. So if you know any other powerful mages around, those would be your prime suspects.
I see. Regardless, we have a mess on our hands just waiting to spill over. Hunters are already sniffing around, and, well, as you said, Blake, a meat grinder is what's going to happen. And if she break free and whatever she wants to do, I'm not sure how well we can even stop her if that's the case.
Good luck to you all with that.
Hmm.
You will owe Andre a favor. All this info.
That's fair enough. Regardless, thank you for the information, Andre. Your knowledge is, well, reputation has not, has come up for, Jesus, what a word I'm looking for. Reputation precedes you.
Nods.
Yeah, I think unless there's anything else you guys want to bring up to him, Celine would take her leave.
No, I would probably follow Celine out because she's my ride.
Yeah, Andre will tell you Rowan to stay behind for a moment. The other was.
All right.
This is fascinating new development.
It is. Be honest, I don't know what a banshee is. Don't really know what a death spirit is either, but it sounds bothersome.
It is for normal people. But I want to house her here. Locked up in a tower. Can't really break out or harm people. And I think you're the right person for the job.
Rowan will honestly not be honest. I don't like the idea of locking anyone up for forever, but she does seem very intent on killing people. And I'm not sure if there's a way to talk her out of that.
Nods. I will ask Darius as well for help. I'm sure with your capabilities, so calming her down, we can get this procedure done. He is cashing in that favor from a long time ago.
Yeah. Rowan will even ask, like, I assume you mean Bedlam. Does that work on spirits? Does that work on incorporeal beings?
He nods. You technically touch them. I can make her corporeal for you.
Huh. Interesting. But yes, I think I'll help you out on this. But I will have to ask that well, as we discussed previously, the matter of Kylie's soul, if she actually has it, she might have just been lying to get something out of me.
Banshees are death dealers. I will, if this entire thing works, I'll give you her soul. Keep this quiet. No one must know she taken here.
Of course.
Have a deal.
That we do.
I will provide a meeting time and place soon. We will go after her at midnight.
Alright. Just message me then. I'll be available.
He nods. Yeah. That. As you kind of like start heading out, the bird kind of screams after you. You know she'll still hate you even if you get her soul back. Gonna hate your guts.
Rowan will just say, I know she will. And she should. A lot more people should hate me than do.
Walk out. I'm not sure if Celine and Blake are waiting for you outside.
That's up to Celine again.
I think Celine will for Rowan, at the very least, to make sure she's alright.
So, husband and kids? I didn't know demons could have either one of those.
We're not friends, Blake.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Shorty. Mac, can we get like a height rendition? Like a height chart? Can you sign up on that?
Celine is just like, I'm sorry, that was rude and uncalled for. I apologize for that. But my personal life is not something I would discuss openly with someone I just recently met.
Fair enough. Can I figure somebody out? Just kind of vibe check her.
No, you have to tell me what you want to learn. Not vibe check is not to figure someone out for.
Just kind of see where she is, kind of like emotionally, or what it's going, like what she might be going, like what's going through her head.
Mm-hmm.
About what specifically? Again, what's going on through her head about what?
Yeah, like what are you trying to figure out for about Celine? Like what her mood is now, or
Sorry, you're.
Is he cutting out everyone?
Just weird
Yeah.
for a second. What?
You cut out.
Wait.
Are you there?
Oh no.
Can't believe it.
Dick, are you with us?
Sick.
Hello?
Yeah, I
Is
can
this
hear you.
better?
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys' audio weirded out and then nothing. So,
I was asking what exactly are you trying to figure out what's going through her head about what specifically?
well, about the situation.
With the
About
ghost?
the
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
I think for Celine right now, she's deep in thought. Her mind is really focused on like what to do, and then also a part of her is like, what should we even interfere? Like how much trouble this is going to be, basically. As she is thinking about that in right regard. Probably a little worried about Darius right now too, but yeah, that's where her mind's at.
Hey, don't worry. It's gonna be all right. Between the four of us, we'll figure something out.
I normally do. The thing I worry about exactly is just well, I don't think it's going to be a happy ending if we're not careful with this.
Well,
How long?
sorry.
How long have your werewolves known about this, and they haven't gone to anyone else before the situation became what it was?
I can't tell you. There was a person who controlled the territory before I had it. She passed away in tragedy, really. And I was new, and he gave me the territory, and the ghost wasn't as much of an issue. I was usually able to steer people away, but how long it's been there, I couldn't tell you.
Let's see then.
So whoever she was either she came after her death or she knew about it and didn't want people to know for some reason.
Another concerning point, but very well. All this. Not sure I'm a fan of it all.
I'm not. I like things to be peaceful. As peaceful as it can be in our line of work.
Well, I will say we seem to have two different lines of work. Blake?
What is your line of work?
My line of work is information and peaceful coexistence. Simple.
My job is to crack skulls and make sure people follow the rules. That's practically the same thing.
I'm familiar.
You seem very standoffish. Are you okay?
Again, personal matters is all. I do apologize for my attitude. Usually I'm a bit more loose, we'll say. It is nothing to concern yourself with.
Something about your husband?
I think you should stop that train of conversation right now, actually.
As the
All
door
right.
sort of opens and Ron walks out.
Well,
Hello.
is everything all right?
Oh, yes, everything is fine. Merely, given the fact that he knows a bit more about what it was, going to be honest, I'm still going to be trying to solve this, and there's a bit more that he, can tell me about it now that he knows exactly what it is.
That is good, at the very least. But I know the look of a hungry wizard, if nothing else, even as someone as... I'm not really sure how to describe Andre. Quiet? Empty?
Rowan will just shrug. I'm going to be honest, I can only imagine what living with being like Arlo does to you, even if the tower didn't eat his emotions.
Eat his emotions.
The towers here do strange things.
Fucking magic. All right. All right.
At the very least, I won't pry too deeply. But I want to make sure you're all right.
No, I'll be fine. I've talked with worse.
That we have.
This doesn't really mean much, but you two seem like influential people to know. Is there anything I should be doing to show I'm being cooperative, so this doesn't fall upon my people's heads?
You're being fully cooperative now, Blake. There's not much else you can really do.
No.
Say, have you personally killed any? Have you personally killed any mortals?
Nah.
Not
a big
then.
I'm not a big fan of long peg.
Yeah, then if not the hunters who show up, who I'm hoping you will be convinced, if you think you need help convincing them to not get themselves killed, please call me. I'm very good at convincing people to not do stupid things.
Yes.
All right. I'll try, but I'll be honest, I can't be in the woods 24/7. I do have other territory.
You might want to inform your bosses, I assume.
Yeah. Inform. You work with Daniel, don't you? I'm going to assume you work with Daniel because Everywell basically works with him.
Yeah.
Good. You might want to inform him that this is more than just a simple ghost problem.
I was already planning on that.
Good. I want to make sure because I have in the past had issues where plans went unstated and then people did different things.
Yeah, fair enough. Communication's important. But yeah, I'll let Daniel know that it's a little bit more serious.
Well, Rowan, do you need a ride anywhere? I'm going to drop Blake off.
No, I drove here.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. Very well then.
Thank you anyways.
Talk to you later, Rowan.
No, talk to you later.
Yeah, Celine, we'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah. So we would drive our way back. As not sure if there's any conversations on the road there.
Unless she wants to talk to me, Blake is going to inform Daniel, give Daniel the sit rep.
I'll assume you do that like on the way there, like through messages, like how.
Yeah, no, I would just call him and let him know as we're driving.
So yeah, as you phone him up and explain the situation. Oh, of course, it has to be more complicated. Nothing can ever be simple.
No, but that's just what makes it interesting.
For you, maybe. Me, it's just another pain in the ass. Listen, let the experts handle it for now. Try and keep other kids from going in. I have a plan, and well, I need you for something else, anyways.
No, do you need me to be dropped off somewhere else, or are you gonna meet me back?
No, I'm gonna meet you anywhere. And you're gonna meet someone else, though. Gonna go and pick someone up. She's new in town, and you're gonna be showing her the ropes. Hope you're ready to be a mentor.
Always looking for. Well, for you, Daniel, how could I? If you're asking me, how could I refuse?
Yes. And since I don't own that many apartments, unless well, you have anything to complain about, you will be roommates as well.
That's fine. I always enjoy company.
Knew I could count on you.
You always can, boss.
Well, let me know if something else happens. Close off the phone call, and that would have consumed 2 favors.
Awesome. He closes the phone and sighs. He goes, guess I'm not the only new person in town.
It sounds like you have your hands full.
You know what? There's never like. Listen, I like to keep myself busy.
Is that what we call it when the boss gives you work to do?
If I wasn't doing this, I would just keep doing rounds and waiting for something to happen, or maybe eventually start looking for work. Whole is, I don't have much in the way of savings. Rabbit meat only it only tastes good for so long.
I forget the werewolves don't really do have much in the way of other things.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you just like to try something different. You only live once, right? Some of
True.
us don't get that eternal beauty of yourself.
Oh, sad to say, but it is interesting. Like I said, werewolves seem to have a vast amount of territory, but it's not much in the way of influence that I've seen so far.
Yeah, well, we're on the outskirts. We tend to stick to ourselves, and we have a very simple dynamic. Here's the line, don't cross it. If you cross it, you better behave. I think it's much simpler than vampires, don't you think?
Well, do werewolves enjoy being on the outskirts of everything else?
Honestly, I think it's safer. I don't think for mortals and people like Grant. Before I just start spewing stuff out, it's very definitive. Vampires and werewolves don't get along.
That's not the definitive thing.
Okay. I think there's so many supernaturals in the city, and some of my kind can be rather aggressive. That I don't know how things would go if we push towards into the city, but who knows? I'm just one guy.
I see. Oh, seems that you all have decided your lot in life. A pity, if nothing else.
Listen, if the opportunity arises, I'm never going to say no to something different. But for now, stability sounds nice, don't you think? Allows you to have perspective, plans for the future, whatnot.
Nice is a word for it.
You prefer the chaos, hustle and bustle, politicking, and backstabbing, and snakes in the grass and whatnot.
No, I just can tell when I hear the voice of someone who has decided that there's nothing more to life than what they've decided is will be the end there, and move further no more. You never said if you all liked it, and based on what you told me, it doesn't seem like many of you don't. And people who are forced to situations like that eventually grow restless, resentful, and malcontent. Everyone hungers for something, even werewolves.
And what is it you hunger for, Celine?
Now, Blake, like I said, we're not friends. You don't get to get answers about those questions.
How does one become friends with you, Celine?
Be useful.
Well, if you need sanctuary, if somebody's giving you trouble, my territory, I'll grant you sanctuary in my territory. All right?
Oh, that's the first step. I'll see if you turn out to be useful or not, Blake.
Well, I'll try not to disappoint. How does that sound?
Like a first step.
All it takes is one step to get going.
Celine just nods that she's driving.
He'll turn on the radio. Probably AC/DC.
John's been too busy starting the arms race.
You know what it is? He's like, hey, Celine, quick question. With my superhuman hearing, do you hear a high-pitched whistle in the air?
as yeah, you by the time you get back, drop him off. I guess Blake, you would head out to pick up. You would have been texted like an address. Pick up the new
Yeah.
werewolf. Celine, you kind of walk into the woods as you see Darius just sort of chatting with this spirit. I guess mostly him talking. She just kind of making faces at him.
Well, it seems you two are getting along fine.
Yeah, I guess. It's not trying to kill me.
Ah, that's good. Very, very sad to see your corpse, if nothing else. I think we can take our leave. Darius, I have some information to give you, and I'm sure the young miss has much mischief to make.
I think she does. Yeah. She's gonna wave at you as you do both of you walk away.
Celine waves goodbye.
Darius chuckles a bit. There's weirdly enough, I think her and Zoe.
What do you say, Grunt?
He like kind of whispers this almost. Says, weirdly enough, I think her and Zoe would get along.
I can see that. Same look of trouble in the buff. But
Same
regardless-
violence, same violent desires as well.
that's true. Though I have some not so great news. Apparently she's a very dangerous death spirit, a banshee, if that is exactly what she is. Theorize that maybe she's trying to gain more souls to break free, but can't really say for certain, and communication is a difficult thing for everyone else. Regardless, every person she kills is another soul she earns. And if hunters hear about her and decide to kill her without understanding fully what she is, then that'll just bring more to her plate.
He nods.
We can try to release her, but no guarantee she won't just go on another killing spree or what agenda she has fully. We could try to bind her to a different place, but there's a chance that she may escape from that. And there's also the fact of the matter that she has a number of souls with her, which any being would be hungry for, especially wizards.
Puts a hand on your shoulder.
Hmm.
Celine, look like you've had a rough night. Take a deep breath, relax. And why don't you deal with your own problems? Let me handle this.
There's a look of surprise on seeing Shalene's face. Oh?
Sworn to secrecy, and I would not want to go back on a deal made. But trust me.
Darius. Fine. I'm trying not to be overbearing, and you have seemed to have had some growth, whether what it fully means for you or not. I'm going to not pry. Just be careful.
I try to be.
And if something goes wrong, you can always call me.
He nods.
Gwen, can I figure a person out? Just gonna make sure he hasn't done anything.
He's done so many things. Yeah, ask. That's advanced. Ask any question. Questions.
Okay. What exactly is he planning to do in a sense of like, I don't know, you can tell me that more.
Yeah, he's planning on fixing the spirit problem.
Okay, yeah. And just exactly how much sacrifice is he doing for himself in this regard?
0 sacrifice. In fact, he is very confident he has just scammed someone. Very proud of it.
Okay. I think for the first time since Darius's change, we'll call it for now, Celine will place her hands on Darius's shoulders, just like get his full attention. Darius, I mean it. Okay? Be safe. Don't do anything too dangerous. And I do trust you, okay?
Thank you. Well, I promise not to squander that.
Sadly, I don't think you ever could.
That says more about you than me.
She will give Darius a hug.
Hug you back.
And she's gonna trust Darius. Go get a drink probably as well.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. So meanwhile, Blake, you drive over your own vehicle as you see at the sort of corner street, sort of young woman, like smoking a cigarette, sort of crouched down. She kind of like, as she looks at you, hey, you Blake?
Yes, I am. I guess you're the new person in town?
Yeah, Sarah's pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance as well.
So, I was told you're gonna be my tour guide, supervisor, something in between.
Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna help you get your bearings in town, and we'll see from there, all right?
Are you captain?
He'll get out, open the door for her when she gets in, but I guess he'll drive to the apartment.
Yeah. She has like a large duffel bag with her, but that's about it. I'm gonna walk in after you. It's like, place you have here.
Thanks. I try to keep it nice and tidy. Have you eaten yet?
Holy shit, is this nice and tidy? I take it back.
Hmm.
Joking. No, I'll have something to eat. Like flings the bag and on the couch. I'm gonna take a shower first though. Starts fucking going towards the shower, flings the shoes left and right.
He sighs and just starts making whatever food he has in the house.
Yeah. By the time she gets out, you have like some basic thing, lunch ready. Some boiled pasta or something. She kind of sits down, says, "So," she's like chewing. Oh, like it's your area, right?
Yeah. And he'll just kind of say from this street to this street, from that street to that street.
Oh, cool. A lot of forest. Probably a lot of ground to run around.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to run around, but mostly I've been keeping teenagers out of those woods. We have a little bit of a.
Oh my god, you're an actual cop. What the fuck?
I'm
What
not a
they were
cop.
doing, like smoking weed out in the woods?
Hold on. You know what? No, I was gonna see something, but never mind. No, I just have a little infestation problem that is hazardous to their health, and I don't want hunters poking around.
Sounds serious.
A serious pain in my ass, but I think it's gonna get resolved soon.
Listen, you seem to listen. You have a big ass. I'm sure you can deal with it.
I didn't realize you were staring, but thanks for the compliment, I guess.
Kind of shrugs.
So where are you from?
Here and there, wandering around. What
I
about you?
understand that. Here for a while, then wandered for a bit, came back home.
Yeah, I hear this place was quite active a year or two ago. I don't track.
Yeah. That was all before my time, right? Like
Yeah.
I came in at the very tail end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say that was all before my time. I came in at the tail end of that. Things just kind of settled down quickly after I arrived.
Ah. Well, of course, once you show up, everyone just kind of stands up straight at attention.
Mm,
You give up that cop energy. Just need to give you like a uniform, and I can start calling you officer.
I just like my little corner of the city to be a little peaceful. So
Holy shit, you're worse. You're like, oh no, because Batman's rich, you're poor. You're like Daredevil.
I think he was an attorney. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Daredevil, but like dumber, because you're not an attorney then.
Damn, you got me down pat.
And anytime you want to pat me down, I guess, officer.
I'll have to take you up on it. I'll have to take you up on that sometime.
She smiles. Listen, I'll be honest. I only fuck outside, so. But luckily for you, there's a wooded area right there.
Oh, wait a second. I think because I'm supposed to show her around.
Yeah.
You're boxing me.
Don't listen to Zaz. Trying to psych you out. Oh no. Is he cutting for everyone?
You are dying, Tick.
You are. You
Right.
are.
I don't mean that in game. I mean like you're dying in Discord.
I try not to listen to
Dick, are you back
Dick?
with us?
that. Grunt, I forgot because it's. What?
Can you hear? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Hey,
he's back.
your thing was breaking up there, but
Yeah,
you're back now.
I couldn't
Sounds
hear
like.
the last.
No, I was the only thing I was going to ask is because I can't remember
Oh no.
because if that was like a separate.
Oh no.
So, okay. What's with all the beating up women in famous quotes? What the fuck?
There's
What
Lucy.
kind of coworkers you have, people? Like, I don't.
What's going on?
I'm reading like famous quotes right now. The first was Jill earlier today, and now hate.
What is? What's going on? What the fuck is going on in people's lives? What's happening?
I'm sorry. Is this better?
Okay.
I just closed down some other stuff.
It is. It is. Yes, it is. It is.
If it happens again, let me know because there's one more thing I could probably close down. No, I was gonna ask because I can't remember.
Oh no.
Because I feel like we talked about it, but when it says your territory includes open grounds for you to roam and hunt, no. Hold on, give me 30 seconds.
Yeah, because you're cutting in and out. That's the thing.
Now, Grunt, that
Hmm.
Daredevil line was targeted at Tick, specifically Tick,
No, I like
at
Daredevil
his
too.
soul.
I like Daredevil too.
His-
Listen, Daredevil's
We
like
talked
one of
about that.
my favorite
Me and Grunt
superheroes. What do you
Grunt
mean?
have talked about. Me and Grunt have talked about this because of Colton's fucking when he transformed. Grunt was like, and he is Daredevil season 1, the best costume. And we had a conversation about this. I remember it's actually saved.
I'm not saying like you're shitting on Daredevil. I'm saying, but that line's targeted though.
Listen, guys, I don't know that many superheroes. Listen. Does he give
Am I
up
still
fucking?
cutting out?
No, you're not. I was gonna.
I'm
It's-
sorry. I'm pulling.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm taking out my measurement tools and I'm examining the growth in your cranium.
Taking give off Peter Park energy? No, he gives off Daredevil energy. But yeah, what were you asking about? What were you gonna ask about your territory?
There's a thing, but I can't remember if we had that as like a separate thing or just as part of it. But it's that territory includes open grounds for you to roam and hunt. If that is just the wooded area we were talking about, or if that's something
that is
separate.
the wooded area, the sanctuary, in the sense that you can just sort of retreat there, and nobody will just. It will be hard for people to just fuck with you there.
Okay, I just wanted to know because I didn't want to just like start spouting stuff. Well,
Yeah, if you go there, the ghost might just like fuck them up if they're like hostile to you.
oh, really? Like if somebody attacks me while there, they just might. She
Could
just
be.
might just be step them.
Yeah.
We'll see how
She's
that
very
goes.
friendly with
And
you.
then-
She might not take kindly to someone trying to fuck with you.
yeah, well, sadly, she might not be around for long.
Yeah,
We'll
but
see.
then you get rid of a problem and an advantage. Fine.
We'll see. We'll see. I see Grunt you taking off your shoe. I'm not sure if that's just for comfort or to whip at me later. Yeah, no, he says, well, what time is it, Grunt? Is it just about to be morning or is it still
No,
pretty
it's like it's in the afternoon.
Hmm. Well, why don't you get yourself relaxed and tonight I'll show you around the territory.
Sounds mysterious. I'm down.
All right.
As yeah, she's gonna just finish eating and then go crash and fall asleep on the couch. A little thick, like a fucking brick hit you. Fine, don't worry. It's just how werewolves flirt.
Yeah, I remember Strand of Darkness.
I remember a character having like 16 wives, a whole lineage of werewolves based on one guy's bloodline. I don't know. I just remember a lot of divorces.
He did never stop making kids.
I was talking about Red's character. But yes, I did forget. Never forget that time Sting introduced on his own accord a third failed marriage.
Yes.
Hey Grunt, listen, Grunt. I just want you to know I appreciate that you made this wife for me, and I'm like we had a character development in an arc. I need you to do it like 2 more times.
No. Sting didn't do that. Sting said in the time skip, "Yeah, I got with another woman, but we already broke up."
Did you have any kids? Oh, loads. The werewolf population will just be incest because of this man.
But yeah, while this is going on, I guess Celine, you're gonna go and actually unwind.
She is.
What about you, Rowan? You want to do something before you get the message?
Yeah. I think it's time for Rowan to do something that she kind of realized. She wants to like make an effort to actually connect with mortals, like more than the very superficial way that she did so previously. So like she actually wants to, I guess like, she wants to kind of become a part of an actual like community instead of just hanging around bars all day and all night.
I see. I should do this. Wonderful. You know what? Why not? Why shouldn't I? Damn, this octopus is really making me fucking evil.
Is that a reference to something?
No,
I saw that reference in quotes.
No, I have a wooden octopus in my desk now, and every time I like think of an evil deed, I just kind of look at it, and it smiles at me, almost like it's telling me to do it.
You should listen to the octopus. You should always. It's like I got a gag Magic 8 Ball once, and the thing is, it only says yes. So whenever I want to do something I want to do, but like I know I shouldn't do it because it costs too much money, I roll the 8 ball. Like, should I get this? Yes. Go the 8 ball told me.
Before that, it was only the dogs looking at me like happily as I like torture people in games.
Sadly, the dogs don't need you anymore. They can get their own leash. They can open the door.
They can.
You have become you have unfortunately automation has replaced you.
Luckily, they still don't know how to deal with cars, so I'm safe for a while. They might figure that out eventually as well. But yeah, listen, maybe instead of just hanging out at bars, you know what? As you pass by, like the city center always has like sort of cultural events happening. It's quite a common thing. And well, it's apparently there's like a sort of a writing competition, you could say. Sort of, it's clearly an event meant for like up and coming authors to maybe sort of present maybe some of their works, try and maybe get like a publisher to pick up their books because they'll probably be published at this sort of events. So that sounds like a creative endeavor, right?
That does, and Rowan does like creative outlets.
Yeah, and it's like open tonight. So you could probably just stop by.
I think I will, Grunt. I think I will. It's a very lovely shoe.
Yes. As yeah. Hang out a bit, but eventually the thing would open. As yeah, you sort of sit down. Eventually, there's a couple of people who walk in, and well, as a local, you would be able to identify a foreigner. This will be held in English as a bunch of people will be presenting their works a bit. As you're sitting down, probably like took like a cup of tea. The man next to you sort of strikes up conversation. Hey, and see you here before.
Now, Grunt. This wouldn't happen to be Christina's friend from Four Seasons.
100%.
Interesting. Yeah, do you say he introduced himself?
Yeah.
You said
No, he like strikes up conversation. Says, "Hey, you're new around here. Never seen you before."
Rowan will say, well, lived in the city for a while, but first time coming to one of these things.
Well, that's the last one. So not quite lucky.
No.
At least
Yeah, Rowan will just laugh. Guess I had to get some good luck after a while.
Well, listen, wish me some luck. Maybe I can have this little novella I'm trying to get out there, but publishers. Well, I guess I'm also kind of young and inexperienced, so I'm complaining too much. Sometimes I feel they judge me for my age.
Oh, people always do. What's it about?
Well, honestly, sound pretty. That sound pretty out there, but like a young adult novel, you know, about a couple of friends in college.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go through. They have like problems. They enter this sort of world of magic and mystery, and they have to learn to adjust. Yeah.
Hold on, I need to consult the timeline here.
This is before 4 seasons.
Okay, I was about to fucking say, I'm staring at the fucking camera.
I waited so long to use this.
Grunt, I thought you were truly gonna unleash your hacking potential. You are, but not the way I was thinking. So everyone will say, well, that's interesting. I put like urban fantasy then.
Mm-hmm. I'm still, it's going through rewrites, but I think fairies right now. I think I'm dead set on fairies. I was thinking vampires, but
Everyone writes about vampires.
Yeah, right. Like, I was like, maybe I should try something different. So I switched it up.
Still include them. Hint at a wider world out there, but still make the fairies the main thing.
Of course, you always have to leave room for sequels, right?
Yeah. What's its does the project have a title?
I'm still working on something a bit catchy. I had like Undying Nights, but then sort of pivoted. Thought The Mists of Ohio, but that also sounds a bit like too.
Oh, if the whole shtick you're going with is secret world that exists beyond the sight of normal people, what about Urban Shadows?
Not a bad title. Catchy.
Said it. You said the title. Roll credits.
I did. I'm gonna drink this entire shot now.
Fucking hack.
Like, takes a note. As he is called up next, as like you hear his full name, Caleb Matthews, as he'll stand up and say, "Wish me luck."
No, I will. I forgot I named him that.
I never forgot. I never forget anything, Zaz.
Tomorrow, no, you're typing in NPCs. No, wait, no, you're not.
No, Red posted the
Red,
NPCs in general.
Red baited me. Red baited me. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you for this, Red.
As he walks up and
This is the last time I look out for you.
He's gonna give a quick sort of. It's almost like a sales pitch, but like a bit longer though. As yeah, it's a college story about several friends that get entangled with the world of the Fae and have to deal with uncomfortable situations as the themes of maturing, growing up, changing, accepting oneself are all present. He is clearly like not the most confident about his work. His oratory skills could definitely use some work, but at the whole festival, it's not like the worst thing you've heard. Not the best, but not the worst. Probably won't get the publisher though. But yeah, if you ask around, these would have been the sort of summer events, and as basically summer is almost over at this point. You did catch the last one. After the other contestants sort of go through their work, Caleb sort of approaches you and says, so, what do you think?
I liked it. Be honest. I will be honest. I think you got something good there, but you need to talk like you think it's good. You need to work on the pitch a bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. But keep doing that though. It's like,
listen, I know. It's people are worried that they'll seem like they're arrogant or that they'll look like they have an ego, but you have to be your number one fan, at least at the start, because if you don't think you wrote a masterpiece, if you're not absolutely certain that you wrote the next bestseller? Why should anyone else think so?
Persuade an NPC.
I will grunt. 14. I do mock corruption for that. I'm killing myself slowly.
As he nods, looking at you with renewed vigor. You know what? You're right. Damn them all. I'm gonna self-publish this. And even if I... Doesn't matter. I will post it online. I have like 2 readers. One of which will be my mom. I still should be proud of it. You are so right. Thank you.
Just, I'll read it. Now, Grant, I have a question. Like, if I give this guy a few ideas from my own experience, like, pitch a few ideas to him, how fast will he get absolutely murdered?
Your ideas about what?
Oh, just give him some ideas on what, but pitch it like what if the Fae like courts were organized like this? What if the politics was like this? Like, basically, like give him some advice on how to like write the Fae on my own experience.
The thing is, glamour works in very vague and mysterious ways. The fact that, like, if you tell him stuff and it does end up published, or he doesn't just forget the conversation, something is off. He's not a normal person. So honestly, that's one way you could check if he's like, what was the homeless guy's name? That's
like Mark.
Yes, that's why you can know if he's like Mark. Like some aware that's not really doesn't really know that they are aware, or like he's like somehow involved. But no, telling him in fact the reality of the things will probably make him either think, hey, it's a cool idea, or yeah, I guess I can try and think about it like that, and he'll just forget eventually. Like glamour has such power and such large coverage that even if you just told him, hey, so there's 4 monarchs, it's not gonna work. Like he'll understand something else, or he'll forget, or he'll never get to publish it without him necessarily dying in a tragic accident.
All right. In that case, yeah, Rowan will I don't know, just like pitch it off as like shooting a few ideas. That's how Rowan will like pitch it then.
Definitely can give him an insight, and he'll hang out with you for a few hours before it gets late and you are all sort of forced to leave the place. As I was gonna say, you know what? You mind if we like keep in touch? As maybe next time I'm around, I visit every now and then.
I don't see any issue with that.
Awesome. Then cool. Nice meeting you, Rowan.
Nice meeting you. I'm gonna get this guy to write the fucking fairy version of Dracula.
I'll be careful with what you wish for. Is I think you may have an idea of what his shtick is. As yeah, he's gonna take his leave as get a text from Andre that be at the park around midnight.
All right. Yeah, she'll respond that she'll be there.
Yeah. Blake, it's night. You go out with Ceres. She'll probably awaken.
Yeah, Blake would probably be already ready to go.
Says, you start kind of like walking as you approach the woods. Like, should have brought a blanket. Need like a blanket?
Blake's having a hard time trying to be professional. Every time she says shit, he can't help but smile. Blake, it's for what? Are you worried about getting a little dirty?
Oh, I'll do plenty of time for that, big boy. She kind of shrugs and like starts going like deeper into the woods as she like starts taking her clothes off.
Grunt.
Yeah.
Mm, Blake would know werewolves. Are they usually like this aggressive? Can I
It's
figure
not
somebody
a
out?
racial feature. That's the racial trait.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure somebody out if that's fine.
Sure. Well, it's your circle, so you can ask 3 questions, but I'll be able to ask 1 back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh. What is she hoping to like? I know that's sex, but what is she hoping to get from this?
Does just want to fuck you.
Nah. Is anybody pulling this character's strings?
Yeah, most likely. There's the fact that Daniel set you up with this, and now she's kind of doing this, being very aggressive. Probably there's like some motive behind. Not necessarily the sex thing, but like her entire being here.
All right. How do I get her to tell me what Daniel's setting up here?
Honestly, you probably. Let me think. Because like you could try and like force it out of her, and if you're like intimidating enough, she might relent. That's like
No.
one route. The other route is to just kind of go along, and when she sort of lets her guard down, that's when you sort of try and fish for information.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to intimidate. I will just play along.
Yeah. As yeah, you also start undressing as I will start fooling around in the fucking boot. He's currently doing that. As somewhere else across the forest. Rowan, you meet up with both Andre and Darius. Andre says, move in fast.
All right. Let's not waste time.
As yeah, you all 3 move into the woods. As it doesn't take you too long. As soon as you sort of step in, kind of shows herself with a frowned look. She's clearly upset. As Andre begins casting a magic ritual and says to Rowan, calm her down. As Darius says, I'll hold her back for a bit.
All right. As
Go on.
yeah, no, I was gonna say as like, yeah, Rowan is going to start to. Yeah, Rowan is going to approach and she's going to say, right, darling, what's got you so upset? Can you talk? We just
There's like
wanna
a she's gonna like charge through you towards you as she like screams. And at that moment, she becomes physical as you can sort of grapple with her. You can
yes,
use,
I will use that.
yeah. Now, if you can incur shit. So let me mind
Yeah, I can
myself.
either
Yeah, suffer
I
one
can
harm
either
or mark corruption. I guess taking one harm is not that bad.
yeah, no, honestly, like unironically, taking harm is like the smartest option in my opinion.
The problem
Actually, because like
is,
combat's not a big focus.
I'll say you still need to give me a turn to violence because you are still grappling with.
All right. Complication.
Yeah. So as you like grapple with her, and unfortunately you are not fast enough as she sort of you can see your whole body starts to like shiver as you see like your flesh start freezing. Take 2 more harm
All right.
before you see vines sort of shoot from the ground, wrapping around her and sort of pulling her back from you. As your bedlam, you want to calm her down. That would think that was the intention.
Yes, yeah. Calm her down, soothe the emotions.
As yeah, you push with the bedlam, as she is sort of being immobilized by Darius, as Andre continues to cast his spell. Now I need Blake. Yep.
Paul.
Listen, Blake,
Yes.
you're too distracted. You're clearly involved in what you're doing. One scream. What the fuck? You're having fun. But yeah, as you between the 3 of you, you manage to finalize the ritual. Several minutes later, the chain sort of snap, sort of from the trees, and sort of coil around her. As one chain sort of goes in the hands of Andre. As he like says, "Let's get out of here quickly."
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you all take your leave. As once there's some distance between you and the forest, sort of Andre seems to take a breath. He catches himself up a bit. Haven't done
I think
something like
Rowan's
this in a
actually
while.
Oh yeah, and Ro looks actually like disheveled, like well she took the harm, but like this is actually the first harm Rowan struck in the entire campaign, by the way. So yeah, she fucking is actually like really disheveled because this is the first time she's been this hurt.
You have been inflicted with a severe case, and it's a weird sensation, Rowan, to feel the cold.
It's been a while.
But Andre says, "Thank you, Darius, and Rowan, come with me for the other half of our deal."
Of course. Talk to you later, Darius.
Please stay safe, both of you. As yeah, he'll take his leave as you head back with Andre, as he's sort of like almost dragging the ghost specter after him like a prisoner, as he bring her into the tower. And as soon as he does that, the sort of the chains latch to one of the walls as she sort of seems very unhappy with this. Although Rowan, you can give me a figure someone out roll if you want to deduce what the specter is thinking.
That's an 8. My brain has developed a single wrinkle.
The specter is amused at what's about to unfoil next. As Sort of Andre says, wait here and I'll extract the souls from her. He begins to.
Rowan will mention that real quick. She'll mention, should she look like you just told a joke?
He almost didn't catch that as he looks at her and she's giggling. No. Do extra spells for protection then. As Arlo just kind of cackles and told you were stupid, Andre. Never can get anything done around here. Outwitted by a fucking being that doesn't even have a form. Andre, maybe you should exchange brains. Maybe then it'll be better for you. Or better yet, just kill yourself. Like, he sort of kind of ignores the crow and starts casting spells. Meanwhile, Blake, the fun is over. You get to ask a question of you. Looks at you and says, what are you so worried about with me, huh? I'm very on edge, on guard, suspecting me of something.
He smiles at her. Not necessarily you that I'm concerned about. Blake has others. Or not Blake.
Blake has.
Damn it, I did the shadow thing. I'll commit seppuku now. Give me a moment to get my blade. No, I'm more confused why Daniel would send you to me, if anything. I'm curious what's going through his head. Not that I can
Maybe he
complain.
thinks you're too tense. Fix that, by the way.
Well, it will be nice to have company around.
She kind of stretches a bit. Listen, I'll be honest. Since you're apparently figuring me out already. Yes, I was told to keep an eye on you. No, I don't know why. And, well. Listen. I'm sure he has his reasons. Could be related to a recent murder that happened in your territory, but... listen, everyone makes mistakes, fucks up.
Oh. Huh. Well, well, I guess if you're going to keep an eye on me, I guess I'll try to keep an eye on you. The
Oh,
view
I
is
hope
very
you're
nice.
keeping both eyes on me. We do that quite often.
Well, I bet when you enter a room, everybody's eyes are on you.
Chuckles. As... yeah. Probably will say. So much of the night left. I should actually just show me your entire fucking territory.
Yeah, there's somebody you probably will show themselves when they want to be seen.
Ooh, yeah. Isn't your like land haunted or some shit?
Yeah, that, and there's an old fortune teller who seems to pop up in times of wonder.
Ooh, so
I've given
mysterious.
her. Yeah, I've given her sanctuary. You give her a coin, she tells your future.
Holy shit, an actual oracle.
Yeah, she's nice, friendly, ominous.
Listen. Knowing your future is a fool's game.
I like surprises myself, but you know.
Well, let's show me around. There's a couple more places we could probably fuck in.
He'll smile and begin leading the way.
As Rowan, Andre's finished with casting the spells. As there's a moment that he just sort of stops. And then just silently goes back to the chair and the desk and just kind of slumps into it. This man barely exhibits emotion, but if anything, he looks disappointed.
Just to check, he's still like breathing, right?
Yes. He's just sort of sitting in it. I apologize, Rowan. Seems I will not be able to fulfill the end of the bargain.
Is the soul not there, or
Shh,
can
none.
you not separate it?
None of them are. She has no souls on her.
Ah. Yeah, Rowan will just say, well, at least we got her off the fucking streets. She won't kill anyone else.
He'll nod. I suppose then that concludes our business. It's
Well,
just
it
Arlo's cackling up on the bookshelves.
Rowan will take her leave. Like, honestly, like, yeah, she still feels good about getting this thing off the streets, and this was a favor, so she's not gonna like really like be that upset about it.
Yeah. You walk away. You receive a text on your phone from Darius telling you to drop by his place. Something important you need to talk about.
Yeah, she will go there. I mean, she'll say, "I was just about to call you, but I'll stop by."
As you arrive and he'll open the door for you. Welcome. I assume all went well with
Yeah.
Andre.
Oh, it did. Oh, the Banshee didn't have any spirits, though, which... Well, I don't want to accuse Celine of lying, so I'm going to say you probably had something to do with that, right?
Kind of chuckles a bit. Don't think him having 2 souls on hand would have been good for anyone.
Going to be honest, no, not really. Andre's I don't really know him enough to actually say much about him, but he does have a certain... Then again, he has a very raw deal with that tower of his.
The price of power. But I have them. Temporarily.
Can I imagine they'll be moving on soon enough then?
I will be sending them up to heaven. But I think one of them was your friend, right?
Ellie, yes. She loved me, Darius. But the time I couldn't love her the same way. But I let her think I did. And she got killed because of how close she was to me.
You want to talk with her before she departs?
I do. I've hurt all my lovers, Darius, but she's the only one right now that I can apologize to.
He'll nod as he'll start casting. As he doesn't even, it's not even a spell. He like looks like he's praying for a moment as you see this glowing orb as the very sort of faded form of Kylie shows up in front of you. Looking at you.
There, Kylie.
Been some time.
It has. I'm sorry for everything. For leading you on, for lying to you, for using you, for getting you mixed up in things you shouldn't have.
Nods. Pray, Rowan. What do you think is gonna be there for me after stuck here since then?
My friend Darius tells me it's heaven that waits for you and the others.
There says, Kylie, I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be scary. It's normal to be terrified. Moving on is never an easy thing. Where you're going, hopefully, probably won't make you happy. Nothing can make you happy, but hopefully it will be a place for you to begin to heal. I see, like, will put an arm on your shoulder, Rowan. Thank you for
Rowan,
helping out with this. For everything.
Rowan will nod and she'll say, "You were always wonderful, Kylie. I'm sorry I didn't realize how much you meant to me sooner. Sorry I
Yes.
only realized it after you were gone."
She will smile as tears flow down her face. And as Darius prays, there's a glowing yellow light, a warm light, that emanates from somewhere up the tower. As it bathes all of you, its comfort dissipates, and with it, souls of the dead.
So Rowan will take a few moments to compose herself. Okay. She's gonna actually hug the area.
I'm gonna hug you back.
Thank you for this.
To be the one thanking you. I believe we can make the world better, piece by piece. May take a long time, but price I'm willing to pay. I'm glad to have you by my side.
Well, the odds of that, as she'll say. It's. I'll always be here to help. Besides, there's. Kylie was just the last one that I heard. I don't know where they all went. I don't even remember their names, but there's a lot of amends I have to make.
You be willing to put your faith in me, and it's me, but let me help you with this then.
Yeah, actually. I would be willing to.
And think about them. Try and remember any details. Faces, words, moments. As he'll start praying himself. As there's a soft white glow that surrounds him. As presumably you think of whatever memories you have of these people. This entire process lasts for several minutes before he opens his eyes. Might take some time. But I think you will have chances to make amends soon. Never lose faith. Gonna squeeze your shoulder reassuringly.
I won't. Thank you again.
Will smile, and as he pulls out the cell phone, he will send you a text, Celine. The deal is done. The souls are safe. Thank you.
Proud of you, Darius. And good job.
Try my best. On that note, the ending